Alright, what's good YouTube? So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be going over my entire collection, and I mean entire collection. I'm going to show you every single card, every single box, everything I own in my entire collection. According to Collector app, my collection is close to $70,000 what's in the app. I don't have any of my raw cards on here, and I also have a few Marvel cards and sports cards as well that I don't have on here. So my rough guess, and I also don't have any of my sealed pack collection on there as well. So my guess is that I have close to $80,000 in collectibles, and I'm going to show you guys everything I own. So this video might be a little long. It might not be for everybody, but if you enjoy looking at cards, this is a good video for you. As you can see behind me, I got a big wall of ETBs. I have some booster boxes here, a lot of Sword and Shield. I have every Sword and Shield except Fusion Strike, because I did end up selling my Fusion Strike and I never pulled the trigger on Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is very expensive right now. I think at the time of recording, it's like almost $2,500. It could have changed in the past couple days. I am recording August 10th, 2025, and like I said, my collection is rough valued about $80,000. My bigger boxes are here. I got some Sun and Moon boxes. I have Evolutions, I have Unified Minds, and then Unbroken Bonds. But first, we're going to get into my graded cards. My graded cards here, rough value about $45,000. So we'll go one by one, and you guys can take a look. I have the graded guards. These graded guards are nice. If they're going to stay in my collection, I put them in graded guards. Alright, first up, we got the Vaporeon Reverse in a PSA 9. I bought this card back in November of 2020. So this card has been in my collection for almost 5 years, and I paid $63 for it. Next, we got the Jolteon Reverse Delta Species in a PSA 9. This is one of my favorite cards. I love these Delta Species reverses, and I bought this card March 2024 for $130. This Flareon Delta Species Reverse PSA 9, I bought this card back in April of 2022 for $180. We got a Reverse Expedition Mew PSA 9. Most of my collection is PSA 9s or some 8s. This card I bought back in April 2022 for $130. Most cards that I've purchased are up in value. There's some that are down, but if they're down, it's not by much. Expedition Blastoise. This card is awesome. One of my top favorite Blastoise. Reverse Hollow PSA 9. We got this for $169 back in April as well of 2022. So I was buying pretty heavy back in 2022. This card, Entei Hollow. It's got a nice swirl on it. You might not be able to see it, but there's a nice swirl on there. We got this card November of 2024 for $80. This is a PSA 8. We got this Pikachu reverse from EX Sandstorm. I love EX Sandstorm. It's an underrated set for sure. This Pikachu we bought back in September of 2020 for $36. This Gengar PSA 9 Unlimited. We bought this card from somebody at a show when I was vending, and he sold this to me, which was a nice card. We paid, I believe, like 140 bucks, maybe a little bit less, back in November of 2024. Most cards, I put a little sticker on the back, tells me when I bought it. It just kind of keeps me informed of what I paid for something, and it's just nice to look back on. Like, you know, I bought this card back in 2020, and it's just nice to know how much I paid for it and when I bought it. Not every card is price stickered, but most are from when I bought it. This Blastoise. This is a PSA 8 from Plasma Storm. We bought this card back in March of 2024 for $173. Most of my purchases have been on eBay, um, and some buy it now, some auctions. Of course, you can get good deals on auctions. Delta Species Rayquaza Reverse PSA 9. We got this card back in April of 2022 for $195. This card is interesting to me. I don't know if I really like it. He kind of looks derpy, but I do like Rayquaza, and I think he's a cool Pokemon. We got this Rayquaza EX. This card I got a steal for. We picked it up at a show. I think it was probably the Madison show not too long ago, back in 2024, September 2024, and we paid $280 for it, but it was actually a trade. We traded a PSA 9 Crystal Guardians Blastoise, which was the holo from the theme deck, and it was probably only like 60-ish dollars, and a raw Diamond and Pearl Blastoise, which was probably around $60, and 100 cash. So I think we got a super steal on this. He was valuing the Crystal Guardians Charizard a lot higher than I was. He might have looked at a wrong comp, and we got this for $280, and it's now like roughly $700 to $750. First edition PSA 8 Raichu from Fossil. Honestly, this is one of my favorite Raichus. The reason why is I've had this card as a kid. It's in my actual childhood binder, which you'll see later. But we paid $66 for this back in July of 2024, and I'm not sure the price, but I know it's probably up. This card we picked up from a show. I can't remember his Instagram name, unfortunately. Maybe that's wrong of me, but we picked this up from him for $80 back in November 2024. And Gengar is obviously hot and popular right now, and this one is, I feel like, very undervalued. I love this card. It's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. We have the two Latios cards. We bought these back in May of 2022 for $75 a piece. This one is a PSA 8.5, and this one is a 9. 8.5s you don't see very often. It's kind of a unique card. This card has gone pretty crazy recently. This Pikachu Reds promo. I bought this card. This is probably one of my my oldest purchases. This was bought back in June of 2020. June 7th, 2020 for $20. This card is now up to 300 something. So this was a really good pickup for me. Um, 5 years later, it's what, you know, close to 15 times what I paid for it. So that's a really good pickup. This uh, is actually one of my original pickups when I was probably getting back into the hobby around 2018, 2019. So it doesn't actually have a price sticker on it because I don't know what I paid for it, because this was before I actually got into collecting. I want to say I probably paid $50 for a first edition Togetic PSA 9. Same with this card. This is a first edition 8.5. We probably paid, you know, like $40 for it back in 2019, which is my guess. For Alligator, this card goes well with the Blastoise. I prefer the Blastoise obviously, but the Feraligatr is also really nice. PSA 9 reverse. We paid $103 for this back in 2022, March of 2022. These two cards were also back from 2019, 2018 time. First edition Meganium, first edition Feraligatr. Um, as you can see, the certs are pretty old on these, so I got them back when they were like two certs. Two certs were the new certs back then. PSA 8s respectively. These are nice cards. Some more recent pickups. I don't have when I picked these up, but I picked these up within the year. This one I think I just recently picked up at the KI show, which wasn't too long ago, maybe a few months ago. This one I just recently picked up at Oak Creek, maybe about a month ago. And this one also at Oak Creek about a month ago. We paid $10 for this card. I feel like you can't go wrong with a Gengar for $10. That's the grading fees are like $15 alone, so that's in my opinion a no-brainer. We got a pretty niche card here. Tyranitar. Tyranitar is a pretty cool Pokemon. Diamond and Pearl, Hollow, Stormfront, Cosmos. That was also kind of a recent pickup. I also recently just grabbed this at the Oak Creek show. The Oak Creek show was July 10th, 2025. Shadowless Charizard. We paid roughly, oh well, not roughly, exactly $950 for this PSA 6 Shadowless Charizard. We have a Reverse Expedition Tyranitar and a PSA 9. This right here is probably my most expensive, it is my most expensive card. The Charizard Game Art. This card is roughly $4,000 on a bad day. On a good day, it's closer to $4,500. So this is definitely my biggest card in my collection. We traded a bunch of Crown Zenith singles and like 600 cash, and the total value of this card at the time was $1,600. $1,600 turned to $4,000 in less than a year. Dragonite, Reverse Hollow. We ended up grabbing this guy from, I believe, TCA Gaming back in May of 2022 for $170. Shout out to TCA Gaming. He's obviously one of the GOATs in this hobby. He's been around for a long time, and he's one of the pioneers. I love these Expedition cards, especially the hollows. Butterfree, PSA 9. Super awesome card. It has an awesome swirl in it. I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm a sucker for a swirl. Most of my cards have swirls in it, and I'll pay up for a card that has a swirl in it. This card here, what did I do? I traded a raw Stormfront Charizard. A raw Stormfront Charizard, and I was paid $120 plus this card. So I sold. This was actually a Chicago Collecticon. I remember. Um, not not the most recent one that happened in April. It was the one back in October of 2024. So we traded a Stormfront Charizard, and we got $120 and this card, which I thought was a deal. He was overvaluing actually the raw Charizard, so I think I got a pretty good deal on that. Next up is also, these are my original cards. Not original cards, but these are some of my first graded cards. Except this Blastoise. I upgraded this Blastoise because the one I had didn't have a swirl. So I wanted one that has a nice swirl in it. And I sold my other one. I personally love base set 2. Like, this Charizard has a really nice swirl in it. I'm not exactly sure how well the camera can pick this stuff up, but it's got a nice swirl above his mouth. And um, base set 2 I think is underrated. I love the Cosmos Hollows. And I had to get the set, of course, in an 8. The Venusaur does not have a swirl, but also the Venusaur doesn't really have too much hollow on it. So it's really, a swirl on the Venusaur wouldn't really matter because, as you can see, there's not that much hollow on it. Whereas a swirl on this Charizard looks really nice. So we got the big 3, base set 2, PSA 8. Probably my favorite cards. Some of my favorite cards. It's hard to pick a favorite. Um, we have the Expedition Hollow Venusaur with a nice swirl on it, and we also got the reverse Venusaur. Can't have one without the other. The only thing I am missing in my collection is the Blastoise Expedition Hollow. I have the reverse, but I don't have the hollow. We have next, we have the reverse Charizard as well as the hollow Charizard. This one has a nice swirl on it by its wings. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if the camera can pick this stuff up, but this is a nice one. We ended up picking this up back in October 2024 at Chicago Collecticon for $975. And this card now is roughly around $1,600. So less than a year, it has gone up about $600. This we bought on eBay to pair with this. I really do prefer Charizards. Charizard is one of my favorites, so we'll keep the theme going. This card right here is probably one of my favorites. Delta Species Charizard. I wanted to upgrade this card to a 9, but you know what? An 8 looks just fine in my collection. The Reverse Hollow Charizard from Delta Species is by far one of the best cards. Um, this card I bought back in August 2020 for $180. And the funny story about this card is I actually messaged the guy on eBay. He had it listed probably like $400. And I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I can only afford $180 or whatever I said. Would you take it? And he took it. This was like 60% of what he was asking for, and I am so glad I have it in my collection because this is one of my favorite Charizards that I own, if not the favorite Charizard that I own. That's why I kind of wanted to upgrade it to a 9. But, you know, an 8, a couple white dots on the back, who really cares? We got the reverse Evolutions Charizard. I think this card's underrated in my opinion. This is also one of my earliest cards. As you can see, it's an old label PSA. And we picked this card up actually on my little list here. It says 4/20/2020. So for $50 back in April 2020 for $50. I'm not exactly sure where this card's at, but I think it's probably around 100 now. This guy. We grabbed this guy, in my opinion, for a steal. He had his sticker priced at $500, and I went up to him at his table and said, hey, if you sell it on eBay, you're going to take fees of about 88%. Would you take 88% cash? And sure enough, he took it, and I got it for $370. His price sticker was $500, and I got it for $370. PSA 8 Stormfront Charizard. It goes really well with the Blastoise Stormfront. So I had to get the pair, of course. You can't have one without the other. They just look nice. They look really nice together. So, like I said, you can't have one without the other. This also was a steal. Back in August of 2024, we paid $80. And the crazy thing about this guy, it actually has 2 swirls on it. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's one down here, and then there's one right here, which 2 swirls on one card, like no-brainer. PSA 8 Mewtwo EX. I really do like the EX cards. We got a Flareon EX PSA 9. We ended up grabbing this back in Chicago Collecticon in 2024, Chicago Collecticon. I don't exactly remember what I paid for it, but if you watch my videos, you'd be able to know exactly what I paid for. We got a first edition PSA 8 Charizard. This one also has a nice swirl. It's hard to tell, but there's a swirl right in between his tail. I think we paid like 400 or 450. We ended up losing a coin flip at Chicago Collecticon, but this is a nice card to have in my collection. As a kid, I still have my childhood Dark Charizard. It's not first edition, and it is a little beat up, but to have a nice copy in my collection is awesome. We also grabbed this at Chicago Collecticon back in October. We traded actually a bunch of Crown Zenith packs and maybe like $600. We valued it at I think 15 or 1600. This card is now about 2,500. PSA 9 Charizard EX. Super sick card. These cards. Staff Charizards. We ended up picking these up at one of our local game shops for $400. And we ended up trading. We traded a bunch of bulk cards in. So we had probably close to 400 regular EXs and regular Vs, and they did store credit, and it was $1. They gave $1 each for those cards, and we ended up getting this pretty much for free with all the EX cards, and then we had to get the other one. I just think $400 for a staff Charizard is super undervalued. And we just recently got these maybe a month ago. Alright, a couple other big hitters here. We got another Charizard. Reverse Crystal Guardians, or not Crystal Guardians, Reverse Crystal. One thing that I like about this card that a lot of people, maybe scoff at is the older cert. But the older cert with that like little like hollow label there, it just looks really nice with this card. I don't know. I really enjoy the old label with this card. It just looks nice. So I think this is one of my more expensive cards. I think this is around like 2,200. I paid 1,700 for it, maybe about 6 months ago. Maybe less. Yeah, about 6 months or so ago. We got this Pikachu. I picked this up Chicago Collecticon as well back in October. No, actually in April, just recently. For $1,000 cash. We paid $1,000 cash for this card, and it's now roughly $1,600. So it's gone up about $600 in the past few months. This Charizard PSA 8, I think we traded a bunch of kind of like bulk slabs for this guy, and I might have just did a full trade of like $50 to $100 cards for this card. We picked it up for $650, and I want to say it's about $800 to $900 now. We have a couple other Charizards here. This one I'm actually looking to sell. It's a PSA 8 Expedition Hollow. So this one will be something I am planning on selling. There's no need to have two of them. This one doesn't have a swirl, and it's also a PSA 8. I want to say I paid like $400 for it. It's now roughly $650 to $700. We got that back in Chicago Collecticon as well. This we also got in Chicago Collecticon. I want to say I paid like $300 for it. Stormfront. I do like the Stormfront card. It's just a reimagined version of the old Charizard. I might be looking to upgrade this in the near future to a PSA 9. We got this Gengar. Everybody loves Gengar. Sabrina's Gengar. We got this back in 2022, July 2022 for $75. Or not 75, 175, excuse me. And it is now roughly, let's see, I think it's roughly like $700. I'm just going to be going through all my graded cards at this moment, and then we'll turn to the raw cards as well right after. This card, we picked this up on eBay not too long ago, and it has now doubled since then. We had another Festa Pikachu, the one with, I think it's 2014, the one with Gengar in it, but we ended up selling that. We picked that card up at Chicago Collecticon back in April for roughly $2,000 to $2,200. We did a bunch of trades. I traded like a Misty or a Starmie V, a Dragonite V, like a Leafeon V, and like some other stuff plus cash. And that card ended up jumping up to over $4,000. So I made $2,000 profit by selling that card within 3 months. And then we still have this card. I do like this card. This card's special to me. One thing about this card, which I thought was very interesting, is it's actually a double hollow bleed. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but it's a double hollow card. Um, at the show I was at, actually, in Green Bay, the Green Bay show back in September 2024, um, there's two vendors that had this card. And I looked at them both, and I could tell one had like holographics, like you can see the hollow inside the Umbreon, and the other one didn't. And I was like very confused by that. I'm like, is it supposed to be like the Umbreon has hollow speckles in it and the Moon has hollow speckles in it? Because the other one, the Moon, did not have any hollow speckles in it. So it just made me kind of confused because I didn't really know exactly what the double hollow was. But now that I know that double hollow is a thing, this card is actually worth double the normal one. And I paid $200 plus a 151 Bulbasaur, which was valued at $25. So $225 for this card. And it's probably closer to, my guess is $700 to $800. Another Umbreon Sandstorm Reverse PSA 9. This card is pretty sweet. I do like these. I like these Sandstorm Reverse cards. They're kind of one of my favorites. Now we're going to get into something a little bit more niche. We have some Worlds promo cards. And these here are pretty cool. This card, last I checked, I was like the only comp on it. I haven't checked in a while. I bought this card for roughly $650, and I can pretty much ask what I want for it. 2010 Tropical Tidal Wave semi-finalist card. Not a lot of people have these cards, and if I'm being honest, there might not even be one on eBay. Maybe I should check actually and see. So a lot of people ask how I find prices of cards, and I personally use Collector app, or not Collector app, excuse me, Alt for graded cards. You scan the card and it pops up, and it'll show you. I like it how it shows you the total population graded. So there's 16 total cards of these graded, and the last sale was back in May 2025 for $745. March 2025 for $826. So maybe my sticker is a little high on it, but there's only one listed on eBay, and it's listed for $2,950. So, you know, when you have rare cards like this, when there's only 12 graded, or excuse me, 16 graded of these cards, um, you can kind of ask what you want, whatever you want for it, and if somebody wants it, they'll pay your price. We have another semifinalist card. We have two semifinalist cards. This one's got the Bidoof in it. It's kind of a cool card. World Stamp promo. We got another World Stamp promo. This is a top 16. Picked it up on eBay. Top 16 Worlds promo. If I'm buying Worlds promos, I prefer it to be top 16 or better. We got a quarterfinalist. This one's pretty unique. There's certain cards in here that there's quite a bit of, not quite a bit, but harder to find, and some are easier to find. Like this one is a harder to find card. As you can see, I just said that there's only one listed on eBay. This one also is one of the ones that is a little bit harder to find. They're just not as common. Whereas like something like this one's a little bit more common. There's just more listed. Top 16 Tropical Wind, and I actually have two of them, two top 16 Tropical Winds. So probably be looking to sell one of them, just because I don't really see the point of having doubles in my collection. And we have another one, a Bidoof, top 16. We have a semi-finalist and a top 16. Maybe I'll try to sell this one as well. And this guy. This one is probably the coolest one. It's got the starters in it. We paid roughly $200 for it. Top 16 Worlds promo. I think this card is undervalued. I'm not sure how much it is now, but for $200, I'll buy this all day long. That's going to be all my World Stamp promos. We still have more graded cards to go through. This one is probably one of my most unique cards. A Mitsuharu Arita autograph, and it's on a Celebi. Most people get their graded cards, or autographed cards on a Charizard. This one is unique. One thing that's cool about this card is that it's an older autograph. You can tell because it's not personalized and there's no date on it. Ones that have like two trainer, two, people say two Arita and things like that, and then there's a date. Where this one has no date on it, and I believe it makes it much more valuable. Um, so I really like this card in my collection. I think I paid like $250 to $300 for it on eBay, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. Um, I was gonna sell it at the last show I vended at, and I had seller's remorse, and I told the guy that you know what, it's just in my case for people to look at. I'm not selling it. We have this first place stamp Victory Cup, and then we also have the second place stamp Victory Cup. These cards are pretty sweet. I like the crosshatch hollows. Um, I think this old label CGC just looks nice with it. Then we have to have the second place. I don't have the third place. Maybe that's what I'm missing in my collection is the third place. But I don't necessarily feel the need for it. So I don't know if I'll be buying it anytime soon. We have a couple more. This card is a cheapie. I paid $25 for it. August 2024, 25 bucks, reverse hollow, Expedition. Uh, or actually, no, this is Skyridge, excuse me. Expedition Plume. We just recently picked this up um, about a month ago, actually, July 10th, 2025, for $80, and it has a little half swirl in it. But $80 for a holographic Expedition card, steal in my opinion. We got this Pichu reverse from EX Dragon, or no, excuse me, it's a Plusle, not a Pichu. I really do love these Nintendo EX reverse hollows. I think they just pop really nice. We have this Aerodactyl here, EX. We got this back, I believe, in Collecticon Chicago 2024. We paid $90 for it. Actually, no, it was not Chicago Collecticon. I think this was Oak Creek show. We paid $90 for it. This Hitmonchan, this was Chicago Collecticon. I think I got this for a solid steal. PSA 9, Chicago Collecticon back in April 2025 for $100. $100 for an EX card. Another April Chicago Collecticon pickup. Arbok. Arbok Hollow with a nice swirl on it as well. There's a swirl on there. I'm a sucker for swirls, and I'm a sucker for Expeditions and EX cards that are around $100. I, I'd pick those up all day long. We got a Sabrina's Alakazam, also has a nice swirl in it, PSA 8. We paid $40 for this back in September 2024. This Pichu here, also with a nice swirl in it. I believe, I want to say I paid closer to $100. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have actually my price sticker on it, what I paid for it, but I know I did not pay $140 for it. Shout out to that one card shop. He sold this to me. And that's going to be all my graded. No, actually, there's a few more graded cards in this case. This card, I think we paid like $20 for it. Fire Red Leaf Green Nidoqueen for $20. Solid steal in my opinion. Expedition Reverse. We paid $38 for this back in 2022. Probably overpaid for this card. I want to say it's probably like $30 to $40, so it hasn't done anything. This card, picked it up back in Chicago Collecticon in April. I want to say I paid $100. I want to say I paid I paid, yeah, so $100 for this card and $80 for this card. We ended up getting these from Trainer's Corner TCG, I believe is his YouTube. Um, yeah, Trainer's Corner TCG. Shout out Trainer's Corner. You guys hooked me up on this deal, and he actually shouted me out on YouTube, which I appreciate that. Um, I like these cards. They're obviously still in my collection. Um, any EX card around $100, I'm grabbing all day long, and I just like this Charmeleon. I have the one that has a stamp on it, and now I have the one that doesn't have the stamp on it. Now I'm gonna show a couple. Actually, I'll save the sports cards for last. I'll show the sports cards last. But that's gonna do it for this case. Everything in that case was showed. Now I have another case here. These stuff isn't anything too crazy, but we're gonna go over it anyway. And I do have more graded cards in my room, which I will be grabbing here shortly. We paid about $180 for this back in March 2025. First edition Scissor PSA 9. Happy to have it in my collection. Shadowless Charizard PSA 3. We traded a first edition Jungle Pack, a first edition Fossil Pack, and an Electrode V box. The Fossil Jungle Packs were valued at about $250. They were light, and then the Electrode box was about $25. So about $550 we picked up this card for. And I want to say it's closer to $700 now. These are some of my smaller cards. We actually have a staff Worlds promos here. I like this card. It's kind of unique. They turned Psyduck into a boat, or one of those like ducks they call them. We got this Call of Legends, I believe. Yeah, Call of Legends Ho-Oh, $40. I'm pretty sure I even got it under $40. Like $40 for this card. Can't go wrong with that. We got the Legendary Collection Jolteon. I think Legendary Collection is underrated. I believe this is like 1/3, if not 1/4, the population of a jungle one, and it's, I think, even cheaper than the jungle. And I bought this back in 2021, December 2021, for $47. There was a sports card stuck in there. Or actually, no, that was a Marvel card. Excuse me. We have the Lugia PSA 7. This one also has a nice swirl on it. It does have the print lines on it, which is why I got a 7, but it's a solid card. We got the Misty Seadra pre-release, April 2022 for $38. Reverse Psyduck Aquapolis 2022 for $27. We paid $20 for this guy back in 2022 as well. I just like the reverse holo cards. And I believe we paid like $15 for this card. Dark Persian. Some smaller cards in this case. These are stuff that I'm actively actually trying to sell. This is first edition PSA 6. We paid $30 for it back in 2022. This card I might end up holding on to and keeping. It's a Japanese card. I don't really do too much Japanese cards, but this is a movie promo, and it does have a really nice swirl on it. The 10th movie promo. So maybe this is something that can stay in my collection and continue to rise. In my opinion, it's still undervalued. We just have a Burning Shadows Hollow Energy, I guess, and Reverse Expedition Venusaur. I really like this artwork on the Venusaur. I like this Venusaur more than I like, let's see, where's the other Venusaur at? Where did I do with it? I like this Expedition Venusaur more than I like this Expedition Venusaur. I just find this one to be cooler. But they're both Expedition Reverse Venusaurs. We got the Meganium Reverse. We picked this up back in April 2022 for $30. The Togetic Reverse PSA 8. We picked this up for $40 back in 2022. These cards I just recently picked up. It says March of 2025. We paid $100 for a first edition PSA 9 Ampharos. We paid $100 for the first edition Lieutenant Surge's Magneton. I think we paid, what did I say? Paid $30 for this back in January 2025. Team Magma's Houndoom. Super nice card. Like I said before, I do like these early Nintendo series reverse hollows. And then Octillery, I believe this one does, yeah, it does have a nice swirl in it. If I see your card has a swirl in it at a card show, I'm buying it, and I got this for $100. You can't go wrong with that. So I have a couple more graded cards that I'll show you guys here in my room, and I'll go grab. So wouldn't say there are a couple. We have a pretty decent fat stack of cards here that don't fit in my case. So we'll go through these here. I love this card. The reverse Hollow Crystal Guardians Charmeleon. We got this back in 2020 for $32. The Charmeleon, this card's super nice with the city stamp. We got this back in January 2022 for $110. I probably overpaid for this card, but I really love the artwork. Reverse Hollow Mewtwo PSA 8. We paid $110 for this card. Torchic. We paid $23 for it back in 2022. Cyndaquil Reverse. We paid $24 for it back in 2022. Houndoom. We paid $40, or Houndour actually, for $40 back in 2022. Another Houndour. So we got them both. I believe Expedition and Aquapolis reverse hollows. Paid $35 and $40. We got a staff card here. I like these staff cards. I think staff cards are underrated. I want to say I paid like 30-40 bucks for it. I don't have a sticker on it. These reverse Delta Species cards are awesome. I love when they put a Pokemon and they change the typing on it. This is a Steel Lightning type Raichu. Super cool card. Got the reverse Salamence. We paid $100 for it back in 2022. We paid $65 for this back in 2022. And then we have the reverse Butterfree. One thing that's kind of interesting about the Butterfree is that I didn't realize, because it's hard to tell the hollow when you're looking at the one with the hollow. I didn't realize the Butterfree was stuck in the house looking behind a window at the other Butterfrees flying free. So it kind of gives me vibes of when Ash let his Butterfree go and, you know, be free Butterfree. This is what this card gives me vibes of. The Butterfree stuck in the house looking out the window at the other Be Free Butterfrees. So this card's, in my opinion, a pretty sweet card. I really do like that card. We have a Torchic reverse, Power Keepers. I want to say I paid like 20-25 bucks for this. We have the Entei movie promo. I bought this card. This is an old card back in August of 2020 for $32. PSA 9, Ursaring, Neo Discovery. We paid $55 for this back in 2022. We got a Wigglytuff PSA 9. We paid $43 for this back in 2022. We have an unknown PSA 9. We paid $45 for this back in 2022. We got the Hitmonlee PSA 9. We paid $50 for this back in 2022. And then we got the Hitmonchan Shadowless. This is also one of my early pickups. This we got back in April of 2020 for $32. Shadowless PSA 6. We got Dark Celebi. We paid around 80 bucks for this card back in 2022. Zapdos PSA 8 base set. We paid $50 for that back in 2022. Articuno, we paid $55 for this back in 2022 PSA 8. And then we have the Zapdos Fossil. We paid $37 for this back in 2022. This is actually my first ever graded card. It's a GMA card, my one and only GMA card. This is a GMA 6.5, and I paid like $30 to $40 for this card. Back in either 2019, this might have been a 2019 buy, because this is actually my first ever graded card that I've purchased. So this one's kind of has some sentimental value to me. I know GMA is a company that isn't very notarized or reputable, but my first ever graded card, and I'm happy to still have it. We got the Mew. These I got back, I think, in 2019. The Mew promo PSA 7, I believe I got back in 2019. This Gyarados 6.5 Shadowless, we got this back in 2019. The Mew promo, the movie promo, most iconic card, the Ancient Mew, PSA 9, back in 2019. We got this Fossil Muck, we got this back in 2019. And then we got this Gyarados here, pre-release. We got this, ended up getting this back in 2019 as well. Shout out actually to Professor Oak, one of my, actually not one of them, he is my first ever subscriber. I messaged him on Instagram. I'm like, hey Professor Oak, you're an awesome dude. You got me making these, you got me into YouTube and making videos. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this video right now today. So shout out to Professor Oak. I asked him if he could sign a card for me and send it to me, and he ended up sending me a graded card. I did not ask for this. I, all I wanted was just his autograph on like a holo, but he sent me a Pikachu promo card. And if you know Professor Oak, he loves his Pikachus. I'm not exactly sure what his PSA registry is, but he's used to be, or is still, one of the top Pikachu collectors in the world. And this is an awesome card to have in my collection, and it is not going anywhere. We have a Sabrina's Trainer. Paid $65 for that back in 2022. I guess I did lie. I have another GMA card. We got this back in 2020. Funny story about this card is we paid $40 for it, and the person that I bought it from actually sent 2 packs of evolutions. 2 packs of evolutions for free. So, and if you look at it roughly now, those 2 packs of evolutions probably are around $40. So you could argue that we got this card for free. We got a Celebi promo. I think this card is super cool. The only reason why I like this card is because it's unique. I don't believe it comes in English. And if I'm collecting Japanese, it has to be Japanese exclusive. Otherwise, I don't really like it in my collection, and I prefer English. My last two graded cards, Minin and Plusle. These cards are pretty cool. I like that they go together. I feel like most Minin and Plusle cards, they all always go together. We paid $35 for this one, $35 for this one back in what is that? August? No, that's July of 2022. So that's gonna do it all for my graded cards. Um, at least graded Pokemon cards. I have, like I said, some Marvel cards. I have sports cards. I have autograph cards. But I will show those later on in the video. But for now, we're gonna keep strictly to Pokemon. And I think now we're gonna go over my sealed collection that I have behind me. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna go run down what I have behind me in my sealed product. And if you guys are enjoying this video and you stuck around all the way through my whole graded card collection, and it's roughly 56 minutes into this video, and you're still here watching and you want to see what else I have, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. So I actually lied. I did find a few more graded cards when I was grabbing my raw cards. Um, got a staff, Darkness Ablaze staff card. Like I said before, I do enjoy staff cards. I like cards that are not so mainstream. Decidui, he's a starter. Can't go wrong with that. Torchic staff. I love these cross hollow patterns. A starter staff card, like, come on now. I think I paid like $35 for this. Rapidash staff card. Silver Tempest, yeah, Silver Tempest staff card. One of my older staff cards. Here we got a Tornadus. Tornadus is actually one of my favorites out of the Thundurus, Floundrous, Tornadus. He's definitely the coolest in my opinion. One, because purple and green are like my favorite colors, so you can't go wrong with them together. And I paid $63 for this one back in April of 2024. We got Blastoise and Venusaur. And I'll bring you guys and show you what I have actually on my wall. So yeah, that's gonna do it for all my graded cards. I do have one that's kind of fun, Pokemon Knowledge, PK. I asked for a purple energy, and you told me you didn't have any more, so you sent me a lightning energy. If anybody knows anything about PK, purple energy was a meme on his channel, and CGC9 is also a meme on his channel. And I watched his channel, and I wanted to get an autograph. Also, shout out to Dan Catch'em All Collectibles, his autograph card. The Green Shiz and Old School Pokemon, I have their autographs somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where they are. They're probably somewhere in my raw cards that I'll be showing those later, because as you can see, I only showed my graded cards. And I'll bring you in my room real quick and show you what I have on my wall. So this is currently what my wall is. Got a couple of VHSs and the rest of my graded cards. We got, of course, my favorite Charizard. The first ever full art Charizard. Has to be my favorite Charizard in a PSA 8. Charizard EX from Flashfire. My favorite. I do really like this Champion's Path Shiny V. Personally, I kind of like the V more than I like the GX, but I do really like the GX card. And then the Shining Fates. Of course, we had to get the Shiny Charizards. No collection without it. The Megazard. Gotta love the Megazard. That goes with the Venusaur and Venusaur and Blastoise. The Charizard V. Arguably one of the best Charizard artworks in my opinion. Um, has to be one of the top 5 at least. This promo card has gone crazy recently. I think I paid like $30 to $35 for it. It's now like $350. This one is probably like around $100 to $150, and I believe I paid the same price at the same time for those two cards. So as you can tell, one has done a lot better than the other. And then the Celebi Venusaur promo, um, as well as this little case here. We took the Charizard out. We ended up selling it, but now we got another one back. We actually have two. We have one in our binder and then one in our card case that I'll probably be trying to sell. I think Charizard is just an expensive card, and I don't really see the need to have it up there. But maybe I'll put them back up there because there obviously is an empty spot. And then in here, we ended up taking out some of the raw cards. Um, you guys will see later on in the video. But I do really like that card. Those secret rare Mewtwo EXs from Breakthrough, I believe. Um, those are one of my favorites. Pokemon Go Mewtwo I think is still undervalued. And then Crown Zenith Pikachu, I probably used to have like 20 of those things. That's gonna be literally every graded card I own. So you guys seen everything that I own. Now I'm gonna go show you guys the sealed stuff. Alright, coming into my sealed collection here. We have some building battles. We'll just go with the building battles. We'll do this later. These are all sealed packs. I believe pretty much every artwork from Sun and Moon up through Sword and Shield. So we have 4 packs from Sun and Moon all the way up to the end of Sword and Shield, and we can go over those. But first we'll go through the building battles. We got Darkness Ablaze building battle. We got a Fusion Strike building battle. We actually have 2 Fusion Strike building battles. We have the Astral Radiance building battle. We have another Astral Radiance building battle. We have the Battle Styles building battle. We have an Evolving Skies building battle. That's a nice one. We have the Lost Origin building battle. I actually really do like these building battles. I think they're unique. Not a lot of people collect these. Silver Tempest building battle. We got the Chilling Rain building battle. As you can see, I paid 20 bucks for it. This is our oldest building battle. Steam Siege building battle. This is kind of cool. It's pretty good condition too, actually. Vivid Voltage. We actually have 2 Vivid Voltage. So here's the other Vivid Voltage. We have Brilliant Stars. Then we have a couple booster bundles. Got an Obsidian Flames booster bundle. We have a Silver Tempest booster bundle. And last we have a Paradox Rift booster bundle. We have Legendary Warriors box. This is like $100 bucks, and I personally think this is a steal for $100. Some of our bigger stuff, some of my stuff that I actually really like would be these booster boxes here. This is super clean. The top's not even punched in. As you can see, we bought it back in 2021 for $100. Shout out to my cousin when he had distribution. This was something that he had and I bought from him, and this was honestly the start. This was the start of my Pokemon sealed collection slash investment. And so we ended up grabbing three of these. So we picked these up for $100, and this is the last one I have left. We have a Unified Minds box. We picked this up for $100. Tops, it is broken, I believe, but it's super minty. Case fresh. These other Sun and Moon boxes I more recently got. This one I got less than a year ago at a Oak Creek show for $550. Sun and Moon, Burning Shadows, straight case fresh mint. I love this box. Unbroken Bonds. We ended up getting this for like $750. It's now close to $2,000, if not higher than $2,000. It does have a little bit of a loose wrap on it, but there's no rips, there's no dents. It's a really nice box. What else do we got? We have Guardians Rising booster box. And that's actually all my Sun and Moon booster boxes. I have 3 Sun and Moon boxes. I may or may not be trying to add more to it. We have Scarlet and Violet base, and we have 2 Scarlet and Violet bases. We had 3, but we ended up trading one away in a Poncho Pikachu deal, I believe. We paid $77 for this back in 2023 of November for $77. Alright, now we're getting into some of our Sword and Shield boxes. We got Rebel Clash here. This box looks pretty cool. I like the design on it. Rebel Clash is a set that really nobody likes, but I think it has solid room to grow. Darkness Ablaze, and all these boxes have no damage on it. All these boxes are super clean. Darkness Ablaze, we paid $120 for it back in 2023 of November 2023 for $120. We have Astral Radiance, November 2023. I believe we were picking these up with the TikTok deal that they had going on. We paid $120 for this. Brilliant Stars. We also paid $120 for this. This one I think was $130. But the interesting story about this is the person that I bought it from actually sent me 2. I believe he probably sent an extra by accident, but I wasn't going to complain. I wasn't going to message him saying, hey, you sent me 2 boxes. I just assumed it was a gift. So we ended up trading one of them in a Poncho Pikachu deal, and now we have 1 left. We have a Vivid Voltage booster box. I believe I got this on Pokemon Center before they were going to run out. The top's not even punched in, so like, you know, all these boxes are super mint, and I think that should hold a premium. This was November 2023. We might have got this on TikTok. I'm not 100% sure. I paid $126 for it. Silver Tempest, I believe I bought 3 of these. We have only 1 left. TikTok, November of 2023 for $80. So we grabbed this for $80. I believe we grabbed 3 of them. This was the best condition one, so I kept this one for a reason. Sword and Shield base. This I believe I picked up, actually I know I picked up at the Game Capital. Shout out to the Game Capital. For $204. Or sorry, excuse me, $325. and I believe it just has gone up since then. Super mint box, also the only reason why I picked it up because they actually had a couple, like they had two Sun and Moon base boxes, and they weren't in the best condition, so I didn't want to buy them because I want my sealed product in pretty much mint condition, as good condition as possible. We have Fusion Strike Build in Battle. So like I said earlier, I have two of these. Chilling Rain. I do like how this box looks. It's kind of eye appealing with a nice blue color. Chilling Rain, not a bad set, not a great set. Um, but back in 2022, my local card shop was selling them for $70, and you can only get one Chilling Rain and two Fusion Strike. That was their limit, and they sold out during the day. And I of course went there and got two Fusion Strikes and one of these for $70 a piece back in 2022 of August. So if anybody's been around or listens to Pokemon Knowledge YouTube channel, his quote that he always loves to say is, "As I walk through the valley of 79.95 booster boxes," um, and I got it for 70, so can't go wrong with that. That's a steal. And then we have some battle styles. We ended up picking up these at different times. This one I believe we got on TikTok deal. It says November of 2023 for $77. So I believe this was TikTok. We have three of them. One I know I bought from a vendor for like $150 because I just had a feeling Battle Styles was going to go up. It just recently sold out of Pokemon Center, and I'm like, you know what? I want another one for investment reasons. And then this guy, I believe this one was probably our first original Battle Styles when it first came out in 2022. We paid $100 for it, I believe, probably at the card shop. $100 in 2022. Then we have two Paradox Rift booster boxes. These are also super minty, and we paid $105 for them. We actually got these kind of recently at one of our local like card and coin store. It is. They sell a lot of gold and a lot of old sports cards. We have some quote unquote some vintage packs, black and white base. We have black and white Noble Victories. We have black and white Plasma Blast. And then we have black and white Emerging Powers. So we have some black and white packs. These I believe are from like 2012 time frame. I'm not 100% sure the years on those. We have three of these Shining Treasures EX boxes. We picked these up on TikTok deal as well. Of course, TikTok was plugging on the deals. And I believe we picked these up for like $33 a piece, and now they're like $75. I had five of them. Now I only have three. And yeah, that's gonna be it for all my booster boxes and things like that. We'll go over my ETBs next. All right, for my ETBs and I guess my Charizard Premium and this collection box here. That funny story about that collection box is that it's still actually on Sam's Club for $200, and market price on it is $240. So maybe that's a buy, maybe not. I know when it first came out, it was like $500, I believe, and now it's $200. So maybe that's a good buy. Um, Charizard UPC, I do really like that Charizard UPC. I believe I want to say I paid like $80, $90 for it. It's like now what, $350. We have the two different variants of Scarlet and Violet base ETBs, and we actually have another purple one. We paid $25 for these. I still have the sticker on this one for $25. I believe they're now maybe like $75. Shout out to TikTok again, Crown Zenith. We were picking these up on TikTok for about $45. I probably got like 15 of them, and I opened maybe like 5 of them, and then I sold the rest. And now we only have 2 left. Obsidian Flames. I want to say I found that at like maybe Target. No, actually no. Nope. TikTok. Got that on TikTok. Got this on TikTok, and I got these on TikTok. Back when TikTok was doing their promotion deals back in November 2023, I was buying these things on TikTok for a steal of a price. Lost Origin. We have 3 Lost Origins. I think we had maybe 5. Sold 1, opened 1. We got these Black Friday deals, $20 a piece. Black Friday. It might have been 2023, might have been 2024. I don't really remember. These Silver Tempest, also Black Friday deal. These ones were a lot harder to get. These ones were easy to get. I think I picked up a lot of these on TikTok as well. I want to say I had a case plus 1, so I had 7 of them, and now I have 3 of them. 151. I used to have 4. I sold 1, and as you can see, for 40. Well, these 2 I picked up for $43. This one was roughly same price. And yeah, now they're closer to 300, I think. We picked this up here at Collecticon for $300 Forbidden Light. I believe it's now closer to 500. This was Collecticon in April, which was like 3 months ago, and now it's about $500. We have 2 Brilliant Stars. I picked this up at a card show for $43. It was either one of these, but I know they were roughly around $43, and now they're about $100. This we also picked up at Chicago Collecticon back in April. We traded, I want to say we traded some Astro Radiance ETBs and Scarlet and Violet base booster box, Battle Styles booster box, I'm pretty sure. So I know I traded sealed product for this, which valued about $500, and now this is almost roughly $1,000. This is super case fresh as well. I saw the guy literally open the case and pull it out, so I know this is like probably the cleanest box I own. Evolving Skies, I know I got these from my local card shop when they first came out. So I want to say I paid retail, which I think was maybe like $45, I want to say, maybe 50. These you could get for pretty cheap, obviously. And now look at them, they're close to $400. We have Pokemon Center Astro Radiance. I knew they were going to go out of stock here pretty soon. We have 3 of them left. I want to say I bought a full case. I had 6 of them. Now I have 3 left. They're around $120, and I paid, I want to say, 55. It could be, I'm not sure, $50 to $60. And we have 3 left out of the 6. We have just the normal Astral Radiance ETB. I don't really know where this was from. Could have been TikTok. It might have been somewhere different. I'm not 100% sure. Celebrations. We've been holding on to Celebrations for as long as Celebrations has been out. I know one of them I got on Pokemon Center. One of them I got at a card shop. And then I'm not sure where these other 2 came from. I also have one in my room. So I have 5 Celebrations boxes. This one I know I got at a local show for $75. I just knew Celebrations was going to go up soon, so I had to pick it up. These are my most recent pickups, obviously. It's the newest set. The crazy thing about these is that I paid $75 plus tax at my card shop. and these boxes are relatively the same price as these boxes, which really doesn't make any sense to me. We got Shining Legends. I literally got this like when it first came out back in like COVID time, and I've been holding it ever since. This we picked up from a kid at a card store or a card show, and then this was Chicago Collecticon. I believe I traded um, a Vivid Voltage booster box for this. Yes, I did. I traded a Vivid Voltage booster box for this. And then that's going to be it for all my sealed. I have some of these premiums, Charizard premium boxes. I have one Legendary Warriors box, and I have one Sea and Sky box. And yeah, that's literally my hold sealed collection. And actually, no, I lied. I have these as well, the pack arts. We can go through these next. Alright, so now we're going to get into some of my graded packs. And these should all, maybe not all, but most of them are going to be 4. We're going to have an art set. I don't believe we have the art set of Team Up, but we do have one pack of Team Up. We have the art set. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, wait, what? I thought we did. Hold on a second, let me check. Let me fan through. Well, we got the art set of Lost Thunder. We got an Ancient Origins pack. We'll just keep going. We have the Unbroken Bonds. We have another Team Up pack. We have Unified Minds. I know I have another one, but we got the art set of Unified Minds. We got the art set of Ultra Prism. We have another Unbroken Bonds, and we got another Ultra Prism here. I was just a little out of order. I probably need something better to hold it in. I'm literally just holding it in this boot shoebox, and things get pretty unorganized in here. But we'll keep running. We'll keep running through real quick. We have Pokemon Go, Detective Pikachu. We got Cosmic Eclipse. We have art set of Shining Treasures, or Shining Legends, excuse me. We got Sun and Moon Base art set. What else do we got in here? We got Team Up. What's it called? Dollar Tree packs. We got some Celestial Storm Dollar Tree packs. We have Celestial Storm art set. We got a Roaring Skies. We got a Forbidden Light. We got Burning Shadows art set. We have, I know we have the Evolutions art set. We have the Hidden Fates art set. Crimson Invasion art set. Steam Siege art set. Primal Clash. We're missing one Primal Clash packs, it looks like. But otherwise, we almost had an art set. We got a Breakthrough pack. We got Fates Collide. Here's our other Hidden Fates pack. Like I said, it's a little unorganized because it kind of gets mumbo jumbled in here. We got the other Cosmic Eclipse packs. We had the other one earlier. So we got the art set of Cosmic Eclipse. We got the Guardians Rising art set. We got the Lost Origins art set. We have the Silver Tempest art set. We have the Astral Radiance, art set. We have, I think we have multiple art sets of Astral Radiance. Well, we have, oh no, Astral Radiance has 5 packs in the art set. No wonder why it looked weird. Then we have the Scarlet and Violet base art set. And then I have another box with some in as well that I can go. Alright, get into some of my other packs. We have this one in a cardboard gold. We got the Vivid Voltage pack set, the Chilling Rain. should have another Chilling Reigns in here. Here's where some of our Darkness Ablaze are. This is mostly Sword and Shield, I believe. I need to organize this stuff better. Got the Darkness Ablaze art set. Got the Rebel Clash art set. Got the Sword and Shield base art set. And then we got the Shining Fates art set. And so yeah, that's gonna do it for everything sealed that I own. That was my whole entire sealed collection. And now we're gonna get into the raw cards. I figured I'd show you this. This is just a wall of unopened packages. My guess is roughly around $10,000 in unopened packages. And we're going to be making a video probably here of an opening on these. So I don't know exactly what's in there, so it should be fun. So stay tuned and watch for one of those videos coming. Alright, so now we're going to go over our raw cards. So first we're going to go over the raw cards that I need to get graded. We have the Jolteon. We have the Mewtwo Shining GX. We have the Raichu from Shining Legends. We have the Gyarados. I believe this is Burning Shadows? No, I'm not 100% sure what set this is. We have the Mewtwo EX from, I think, Breakthrough. The Celebi from Fusion Strike. This is a nice card. We have the Claydol. This card I think we got for a pretty good price, and it was super clean, so we picked it up at our card shop. They had it priced at LP, and there's no way that card's LP. I think it could easily get a 9. Same with this card. I think this card could get a 9 as well. The Celebi EX. This card I also believe could get a 9. I think this is Pop Series. I was going to say it's a promo, but it's Pop Series. We have a little gold bar in here. Not sure why this is in there, but it's in there. Speaking of gold, I might as well show some of my gold here. We have some gold. When I collect gold, I like to make sure they're all different. So I got, like, you know, maybe I'll go through my gold actually later. If you guys care to stick around all the way to the end, I will be showing some of my Marvel cards, my sports cards, as well as I'll show you guys what I've been collecting in gold. So we got some gold here. Speaking of gold, we have Arceus V-Star, excuse me, Giratina V-Star. We have actually 3 Giratina V-Stars. We have the Palkia, we have the Dialga, we have the Tyranitar V from Battle Styles, Lugia V from Silver Tempest, Charizard EX from 151. We got more Giratinas, Giratina V-Star, Giratina. This card is super off-centered. I think it could get a miscut. These we're not going to grade, but I don't know why those were there, but these need to get graded. They're actually super clean. We have this card here, the excuse me, but that's empty. The Deoxys reverse from Holland Phantoms. We have a Venusaur. We have a Pikachu promo. Empty. We have the Umbreon V. We have a couple sports cards in here. We got a Vince Carter, just because I like Vince Carter, numbered to 149. We have a RJ Barrett rookie card, pink disco, I believe it is. We have Harrison Smith. I am a Vikings fan. This one I believe is numbered to 49. Harrison Smith. Joe Montana autograph. Can't go wrong with Joe Montana, one of the greatest all time. We got a Goku card. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. We have a Game of Thrones autographed from the Old Lady Queen but man, is she hot. We got some Spider-Man, some these are sketch cards, Spider-Man sketch cards. Doc Ock, Captain America, and the Hobgoblin. I really like this card. The Hobgoblin's pretty sweet. Those are all the cards that I need to get graded. All those cards should be graded. Now I'm going to show you just my raw cards that are going to stay raw. Alright, so we got this. We'll try to go through these quick. Special Delivery Charizard, Mewtwo EX. We have a couple Alakazam EXs. We have a few of these. Charizard EX. I just pulled this the other day, actually. This card I thought was a super steal. A Holo Jolteon. Pretty decent condition for $7. I'd just say it's way better than LP. Super cheap card. These are pretty interesting. The whole set of trainers. So there's Brock. There's I believe Sabrina. There's Surge. There's all the trainers in here, or the gym leaders, excuse me. So this is a pretty cool little set here. What else do we got? We got Charizard GX promo. We have the Charizard from Cosmic Eclipse. We have the Reshiram and Charizard from Unbroken Bonds. We have the Mew promo from 151. The Flareon EX. This card's pretty sweet from Radiant Collection. We have another Radiant Collection Pikachu. We got the Entei V from Crown Zenith. This is a kind of a cool card, the Volcanion EX. We got the Dialga V. Just gonna run through these. The Miriam, Palkia V, the Raikou V, Zapdos EX, Alakazam EX. I love these cards. The Secret Rares from XY. We got some promos here. We got a lot of promos here. We bought these recently for like $3. They're now like $8. Run through this. This is some. I think these are all just promos here. No, we got Suicune V. We have the Koraidon, Celebi Venusaur. I have this graded as well. You guys seen? We got this one graded as well. Shiny Charizard VMAX. I love this card, the Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest. Super fire card. There's another Charizard EX. The Gyarados EX. This card is super fire from Breakpoint, I believe, or Breakthrough. I never remember. But this card is one of my favorite Gyaradoses by far his best card. Super sick. We got Zoroark. We got some Crown Zenith back here. I opened up a ton of Crown Zenith. I have over probably like $2,000 of Crown Zenith singles that I've opened up. We got this Burger King promo. You gotta love one of these. This is the iconic Pikachu. Took it out of this little holder it has, just because it looks super nice. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like that. Alright, what else do we got? This is stuff that I just recently picked up at a few shows ago. We got the Charizard. We paid 180. No, we paid I think 160 for this in a Lost Origin pack, I believe. We were vending and we picked these up from somebody, some vintage stuff, which I need to fill out my vintage binder. You guys will see that here later on. So my vintage binder needs some loving. We got a couple promos here, GameStop promos. Picked 2 of these up. We got more of these. I think these were just super undervalued, so we bought a bunch of them from somebody that came by. So yeah, we got a lot of those Crown Zenith promos. Bought some on TCG Player. We also bought some in person. We got more of these promos as well. We got the Tangela 151 Bijou promo. Just some random stuff here. All this stuff I got. And it's not listed anywhere, so I don't know. We'll see if I put it in my cell binders or not, because this stuff I don't really want in my collection here. These EVs are pretty cool promos. I like these. I like this one. It's got a nice hollow on it. Dark Charizard. These are my childhood cards. These cards right here, this Charizard, this Blastoise, never getting sold. I got a Pikachu, and another Pikachu. Alright, that's gonna do it for most of my singles that are not in binders. And now I will show you guys my 4 binders I have. They're not all full, but we'll go over my binders now. Alright, so here we got binder 1. Binder 1, this is going to be my art rares, or excuse me, illustration rares because they're English. Art rares are the Japanese. So this is going to be my illustration rares, my special illustration rares, or my like alt art kind of binder for the original 151 Pokemon. As you can see, we got the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, the Charmander, the War Turtle. So we're missing the Squirtle. We're missing a few here. But obviously, I have the Charizard. I just don't have the Blastoise and Venusaurs. We got the Caterpie. We got the Beedrill V. We got the Pidgey. We got the Pidgeotto, and we got the Pidgeot EX. We got the Pikachu, the Raichu, the Arbok. So not every Pokemon has an illustration rare or like an alt art or something that's like this kind of style where it's like full art and the Pokemon are like doing something. Um, so not every card has that. We got this page only has Nidoking. Um, I know I need to buy some stuff too to fill this out. I love this guy, the Doug Trio. I don't know if this counts in the binder, but he looks pretty sweet with his hair flowing. We got the Psyduck, we got the Poliwhirl. Hope the glare's not too bad. We got the Machoke, we got the Machamp, we got the Alakazam EX from 151. See, like, I don't know if this counts. I mean, if they make another one of these guys that's actually not the Toadstool, where it's actually the Tentacool, definitely gonna get those. But these are pretty cool. I like them anyway. The like different variants. We got the Gengar Trainer Gallery. We have the Ghastly. We have the Drowsy. The Execute. I really do like that card. The Lickitung. The Chansey. We got a Mr. Mime. We got a Jinx. We have the Jolteon. We have the Flareon. The Omnite. Aerodactyl V. I do really like that card. The Aerodactyl V I feel like is an underrated alt art. The Zapdos V. We got the Dragonair, we got the Mewtwo, and we got the Mew. So that's the pretty much most of the Pokemon of all the original 151 that have like an alt art version of it. But we still need to add to this binder. It is not complete by any means. So that's going to be part of our goal here coming up in the next year is to fill out this binder. We'll go to binder number 2 now. It's going to be a vintage. So binder number 2 is a vintage binder, and this is, I want to get every original WotC Hollow. So I want every WotC Hollow to be in this binder. We just have these Pokemon Go cards in here as fillers, just because our Blastoise, our Venusaur is displayed on the wall, and then we have our Charizard and a Toploader. So these are just in here for placeholders, but I do actually have the Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur from base set. But we got base set War Turtle. These are just, I know they're not hollows, but I like this lineup. So we got the original starters here. Let's see, what else do we got next? We got base set hollows here. We got all the base set hollows. I don't believe we're missing any, because we do have the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. We could be missing one that's here. I'm not exactly sure if we're missing one or not, but I'll check that a little later. But we got the Chansey, we got the Clefairy, we got the Gyarados, we got the Hitmonchan, we got the Machamp, excuse me. We got the Magneton, we got the Zapdos, Poliwrath, Raichu, Nidoking, Ninetales, Mewtwo. So we got every hollow base set. Next is Jungle. We're missing a couple in Jungle. I believe we're just missing the Snorlax, because we do have the Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. So we are just missing, I believe, the Snorlax. Got the Clefable, Voltorb, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, Nidoqueen, Pidgeot, Pinsir, Venomoth, Scyther, Victreebel, Vileplume. There's our Vaporeon. So actually we have two Vaporeons. We have one on the wall and then one in here. Now we got the Fossil Hollows. I think we're missing one or two Fossil. We have the Aerodactyl. We got the Ditto. We got the Gengar, the Haunter, the Hitmonlee, the Hypno, the Kabutops. We got the Lapras, Magneton, Muck, and Raichu. This Raichu is actually from my childhood. My cousin actually had this card, and when he got out of Pokemon, like a lot of people, they usually hand it down to one of their cousins or something, and I was lucky enough to get his Raichu, and I still have it. It's one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite Raichus, one of my favorite hollows. I think it's way better than the base set, and I think it's my favorite WotC hollow. My favorite WotC Raichu hollow, not necessarily my favorite hollow. We got the base set too. I love base set too. The hollows just look really nice. We got the Blastoise that has a little swirl on it. Chansey, Clefable, Clefairy, Hitmonchan, Magneton, Raichu. See, the other Raichu is way better. We got Wigglytuff, we got Pidgeot, Alakazam, and Nidoqueen. Next, I believe, is Team Rocket. Yep. We have the Dark Hypno, Arbok. Our Dark Hypno's down there. That was the Dark Alakazam. Excuse me. I'm talking so much that it's just words coming out at this point. We got the Dark Golbat. We have the Vileplume, Dark Weezing. Got the Machamp. I love that Machamp. That's actually from my childhood as well. Probably one of my favorite hollows back in the day that I had as a kid. Definitely my favorite as a kid, I would say, that I had. Most of this page actually I had as a kid. This was my childhood card. These two were my childhood cards. This was my childhood card. And also this was my childhood card. And then we have the gyms. I'm very light on the gyms. We got Brock Rhydon, Giovanni's Persian, and Koga's Beedrill. That's all I have for gym, I believe. And then it goes to just some random ones here. Yep. I know this isn't WotC, but it's in here anyway. We got the Dark Vileplume, the Erica's Vileplume. It looks like a Dark Vileplume though. It's got a nice swirl on it. Then we got the E-Reader Vileplume. That one has also a really nice swirl on it. The Reverse Raichu. I know it's not a hollow, but it's in here anyway. And then we got the the Unknown from Neo. And that's gonna do it for my vintage binder. So we need to work on this binder here. But now we're going to go into binder number 3, which is trainers. Alright, so here is binder number 3. This is going to be mostly trainers. I know I say mostly trainers, and then I open up, and then there's the amazing rares. But we got the full page of amazing rares. Next page, we have some baby shinies, and then we have some random trainer galleries here. We're just going to go through this binder decently quick. Just the trainers, they're not too important. I'll point out a couple important ones here. We got Mars, we got Wick, we got Gyarados, got some Misty, we got the Marnie, we got the Mallow, the Dendra here. This is it's like a good hit from I think Paldea evolved. We got a couple Team Rocket cards here. We got the Giovanni's Scheme. We got Giovanni's Exit. I do really like this Professor Sycamore. It's a cool one. And as well as this Rocket one down here. We have the Team Skull Grunt, and then we got Team Yell Grunt. We have some rainbows. We have some other just random trainers. Kind of like the full art trainers, if I'm being honest. Pokemon Fan Club. I like that card. I think the full art trainers are pretty decent. Then we just have some secret rare energies here. And then we got Nest Ball, 2 Nest Balls. I do like the Pokemon Ranger as well. I think the XY trainers are pretty sweet in my opinion. And I believe that, yep, that is it for this binder. So that's going to be mostly my trainer binder here. This is probably the best page. We had a Lily, but we sold the Lily because Lily was too expensive. But that's going to be it for binder number 3. Now we're going to just show you guys my random top loader binder. Alright, so binder number 4. This is my random top loader binder that I bring to shows. So it needs to get filled out. It's not completely full. We got the Shaman EX, got the Pikachu Radiant Collection. We have the Gardevoir, Gardevoir EX. I actually think that card's pretty sweet. From Radiant Collection, I mean. We got the Stained Glass Birds, everybody's favorite. Got a Spinnerack from, I think that's Aquapolis, Reverse Hollow, Infernape. We have the Pikachu V, 2 Pikachu Vs, Pikachu Zekrom GX. This card went crazy, and unfortunately I had probably about 30 of them, and I sold them all for like $10. I bought them all for like $3, sold them for $10. Now they are like $30. So I missed out on a good play on that. Well, I did still capitalized on a play. I doubled my money. Actually, I tripled my money. But I could have 10x'd my money if I still had these. We got the Pikachu promo. This one's really sweet. The Pikachu. I'm not exactly sure where that's from, but it's XY promo. The Stained Glass, or not the Stained Glass, the Cracked Ice Pikachu from the Evolutions trainer deck. Got a Radiant Collection, a Shiny Jirachi. We got the Gengar trainer gallery. Got a Hidden Fates Charizard. Jolteon EX, Mewtwo EX. This one's super off center. The Leafeon GX. We got the EV Radiant Collection. Sylveon GX and V. We got the Sylveon V and GX. So we got the Espeon and Sylveons. We got the Gyarados GX. We have the secret rare version of the where it's rainbow. We have that card too as well. The Rowlet, Suicune V, the Mew V Max, a little bit of Charizards. We got a Hidden Fates promo tin Charizard, got an Evolutions Charizard. I believe that's a promo. I'm not exactly sure where that one's from. And then we got, of course, the Champions Path promo. This card's pretty sweet too. I like this one where it's got the trainer with Charizard and the hollows pretty cool on it. It's like snowflakes. Got the illustration contest Charizard, I believe. Got the Charizard GX. I got these from I think like a deck. So those are from the deck and also the set. Got the Charizard Braixen GX, Blastoise GX, Blaziken V, Dragonite EX, Latios EX, Emolga EX, Alakazam EX, Toxtricity VMAX, both of them, the shiny and the rainbow. Got the Cracked Ice Charizard from Arceus, I believe. I like that card. And I think that's going to be it for my top loader binder. Yep, that is it for the top loader binder. So next, we're going to just be showing you guys my random, pretty much low-end binder. Alright, so the final binder, binder number 5. This is kind of just my low-end singles that I bring to shows. We got some illustration rares, which are pretty cool. I like that card in there. The Timber, we got the Tickaton EX, we got the Tinkaton, or Tinkatuff. We got the Charizard EX from 151. The Frigibax, Duraludon VMAX, Regigigas, the Samurott V-Star from Crown Zenith. We got the Applin. We have a Charizard EX, Machamp VMAX. I'm just going to run through these. I'm not going to say them all. We got some staff cards here. We have a ton more of these. We probably have like 15 more of these. I'll show you guys those later. The Mew promo. And then that's it actually for this binder. Very light binder. That's going to be it for all my binders, and I do have some more promos that I will show you, as well as a couple other just random singles. Alright, here's more of our random singles. We got the Ho-Oh EX, we got the War Turtle. I do like this card, just recently picked this up. The War Turtle, so we do have the War Turtle for our 151 original in the highest illustration. And we got Charmeleon, got the Groudon. This card's pretty sweet. We got the first edition Gengar. This one's actually super clean. This one should actually be in my grading pile. I'm going to take this out of here. And we got the Mega Charizard EX. This one is decently clean, but it's not worth sending in. It's off-centered, so it would definitely get a 9. But this one, I have a feeling it could potentially get a 9. So this one I need to take out of this case here and put it in my grading pile. This here is all Crown Zenith singles. This is about $1,000 worth of Crown Zenith singles. We got the Mewtwo, Glaceons, we got 2 of them. We got the Leafeons, 2 of them. We got the Luminion Vs, we got 3 of those. Got the Samurott V, we have 4 of those. The Zora V-Star, we got 3. Drapin V, we got 1. We got the Suicune V, we got 2 of those. We got the Raikou V, we got 2, or Entei, we got 2 Enteis, we got 2 Raikous. We got Zoroark V-Star, Samurai V-Star, Deoxys VMAX, Simisear V-Star, Zora VMAX, 2 Zacians. We got 3 Darkrai V-Stars. We have 4 Zamazentas. We got some Hoopas, and that's it for the Crown Zenith hits. This is about $1,000 worth of Crown Zenith. I plan on probably trading this stuff when I go to Chicago Collecticon. I'm going to use this as trade with the whole stack all in one go. Here we got just some random stuff. We got Growlithe. This is a pretty cool card. I do like this card. A couple just dollar cards here. Very, very little cards. These I just recently picked up. I thought $1 for these was a really good deal. So we got these cards for $1 recently at a show. We picked these up at a card shop, which $2 for a Delta Species Reverse Tyranitar LP was a steal. Same with this, Crystal Guardians, $2 for a Krabby Reverse LP, steal. Holland Phantoms Reverse, $2, steal. These Hoopas are like $8 to $10, and I got them for $2. This one is better than MP, and this one I would say is pretty good. I mean, so yeah, we got some decent stuff there. We also have this. This is going to be the last of our Pokemon singles. This is just some jungle cards in here, some jungle random stuff. We got Goldeen and just like some random jungle cards. We got the Glooms. We got a couple of just random jungle cards in there. Got just some bulk in here pretty much. Well, no, actually, we got Quaxley, Quilava, and then, oh, so we got the whole run line here, yeah. We got all the starters, Sprigatito. These are pretty cool cards. I actually like these. I like the cards that go together. These we got to put in the binder. I like those. We got the Ralts, and we got the Gardevoir. Yeah, I like these lines. So these have to go in the binder actually, because they look cool together. And we got some random sports here, but we'll go over that later. If you guys don't even want to watch that, feel free to exit out of here before the sports and other stuff. But that is going to be all my Pokemon cards. Every Pokemon product I have is pretty much shown right now. So if you guys don't want to watch any more stuff, don't feel bad. But I am going to show my autographs next, and then I'll probably show my Marvel cards, and then I will show my sports cards. So we're going to go show my autographs next. Alright, so this is going to be all my autograph stuff. We're going to go pretty fast through this stuff. I don't have a ton, but we got Sean Schimmel, which is the voice of Goku. We got his autograph. We got Tito Ortiz. I used to love watching Tito Ortiz back in the day. And of course, you can't have Tito Ortiz with the Iceman Chuck Liddell. So we got Chuck Liddell's auto. What's cool about this is he actually like signed this himself. I prefer these where they're signing them themselves than something like this. So I like this card. It's a pretty sweet card. Chuck Liddell. We got Amanda Nunes auto. And what's kind of cool about the UFC cards is that this is like a patch of probably her shorts that she's wearing. You can kind of see a little like piece, and that's part of her short. So it's kind of cool that they actually put like fighter worn stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. You can't, oh yeah, you can't have Goku without Frieza. So we got Frieza's auto here. The voice actor of Frieza. We have BJ Penn. BJ Penn is pretty underrated in my opinion. He's got a lot going on with him right now, but I liked BJ Penn back in the day. Michael Vick, one of the best. We got some UFC. We got Ankalaev auto. We have Rich Franklin auto. Cool story about Rich Franklin. I actually saw him fight live when they came to Milwaukee at the Bradley Center back in the day. We got Circus, which this guy actually played Smeagol in Lord of the Rings, which Lord of the Rings is by far one of the best movie series in my opinion. We have the smallest NBA player I believe of all time, Muggsy Bogues. Got his autograph. If anybody knows anything about the GOATs, it's O.J. Simpson. And what's crazy about this card is he actually touched this card. And you know where his hands have been, at least speculated have been. We got Kamaru Usman autograph. It's on card. This is a pretty sweet card. He's one of the best in my opinion. He's fallen off a little bit, but I think he's a really good fighter. We have Donovan McNabb autograph. I used to love Donovan McNabb as a kid. The Eagles, they're something different with Donovan McNabb and T.O. They're so fun to watch. We got Rudy. If anybody knows classic movies, Rudy, Rudy, and it's cracked ice. I think it's pretty sweet looking, to be honest. I don't know. I'm kind of weird. I like weird stuff, so we got a Rudy card. Anybody's a Star Wars fan, you know it's a trap. You can't go wrong with the dude that says it's a trap. I'm pretty sure that's his only line, by the way. We got Del Curry. You know, he made the greatest NBA player, three-point shooter of all time. So you got to have, pops. I think this card was like $5. Johnny Manziel, the greatest college football player of all time, and arguably one of the greatest busts. His rookie card, one of my favorite college players to watch back in the day. We got Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose. She's actually, I believe, from Milwaukee area. She's a cool fighter. I like her. This is the greatest bust of all time, Jamarcus Russell. It's a patch from his rookie game. Yeah, he never studied and he fell off pretty hard. Dante Culpepper, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Watching him and Randy Moss. I don't have a Randy Moss auto, but I wish I did. He's one of my favorite players to watch. Also back in the day, I was always a Vikings fan. I still am a Vikings fan. I actually have an Adrian Peterson autographed jersey that my cousin got signed for me when he met Adrian Peterson at a game. We got Mackenzie Dern. I love watching Mackenzie Dern. If anybody watches Mackenzie Dern, y'all know why. Y'all know why. We got Holly Holmes. We got Yolanda Young-Chek, one of my favorite women fighters for sure. She's in the UFC Hall of Fame. She's an awesome fighter. Matt Hughes, awesome fighter as well. I used to watch him back in the day. We got the butt fumble iconic. The only reason why I bought this card was $23 for a butt fumbler. I'll buy it. We got General Grievous. General Grievous, I believe, like voice actor. $23. And then we got Orlando Bloom, Legolas, from again, one of the best series, which is Lord of the Rings. So yeah, that's gonna do it for all my autograph cards. That was all the autographs that I have. Now I believe we are going to show my Marvel cards, which is maybe like 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. I don't have to. So digging up some of my Marvel cards and sports cards, I did find a few more things. I found some promos, Phantom Forces pack, the Gengar. I believe I paid like $35 for this, and I'm pretty sure it's probably like over 100 now. I'm not 100% sure, but my guess, because this box has gone crazy lately, so I don't even know what the pack is, and especially the Gengar pack. And then I also found Charizard EX and the Flareon VMAX. So we found those while we were searching for some Marvel cards. We found our staff. These are all staff Regirocks. We got these on TCG Player because they were like $7, the cheapest staff card on TCG Player, so we just bought them all out. There's probably more on there now, but at that time I bought every single one on TCG Player. We have some random promos here. We'll open these up and just run through it real quick. Iron Thorns, we got another Lucario, we got Dragonite, we got some Mimikyus, we got Pikachu, we got Fluttermane, we got more Iron Thorns. Let's put him back there. We got the Snorlax, Miraidon, Koraidon, we got the Mewtwo, we got more Mewtwo's. This is Pokemon Go. We got the Shining Fates, or not Shiny Fates, Shiny Fates. Jeez, there's so many Fates and Shinies and... Alright, we got another promo bag here. Let's go through this real quick. Some Pikachus, Ogrepons, Lucario, V-Stars, Snorlax, Mimikyu, and yeah. So that's all my Pokemon stuff. There might be some more stuff scattered in around, but for the most part, that's all my Pokemon. Now we'll go into some of my Marvel cards here. So we got Precious Metal Gem, Scarlet Spider. This is numbered to 99. This is a pretty cool card. The 30th anniversary from 1992, Cracked Ice. Like, I think this card just looks super sweet. I have two of them. I paid $12 for it. $12. I just thought it'd be fun, you know, maybe, I don't know, to give to somebody on their birthday or something. I just think this is a cool card. We have some more Marvel cards. We have the Doctor Strange. This is numbered to 99. PSA 10. This is like one and only PSA 10s in my collection. I don't really collect PSA 10s. Most of them are 9s. Got this card. This hologram card. Super cool. We have some more sketch cards. I just like sketch cards. I think they're really cool. They're rare, and they're sketched by like a sketch artist for Marvel. I think these are cool. Got a sketch card of a clone trooper. We have Wolverine sketch card, and we have what's this guy's name again? Groot. That's gonna be it for all my Marvel cards. I don't have tons of Marvel cards, and I don't have tons of sports cards, but we're just gonna run through them real quick. These aren't sports or Marvel, but they're Harry Potter cards. We have a couple of Harry Potter cards. I really like these hologram cards. I think they're pretty sweet. We got Professor Snape, we got Hagrid, and we got Ron Weasley. Yeah, and speaking of holograms, I just really like the holograms. Like this Jordan card, this is one of my favorite cards. Especially in Beckett, it just looks super cool. So our sports cards are pretty small. I'm not exactly sure where I got like a Hank Aaron. I got two Hank Aarons, but we got Bart Starr, which Bart Starr is a legend here where I live. So we got some Bart Stars. Here's our other cracked ice. Oh, here goes some more Marvel. And then Blake Martinez. He should be with my autographs. But if anybody knows anything about scammers, it's Blake Martinez. He scammed people out of millions of dollars on whatnot. I just thought it'd be kind of funny to have his autograph card. One, because I live in Green Bay, and two, he's the biggest scammer, pretty much. Well, he was the biggest scammer. Now the guy that faked the autographs is definitely the biggest scammer. But yeah, Blake Martinez auto. Alright, so you guys might have seen this box earlier, just because we had some Pokemon in there, but this is just going to be just some random stuff. I don't even really want to necessarily go through this. I haven't been trying to sell these, but these are all cards that I have absolutely no care about. They're just random like rookie cards.
from basketball, which I don't care two craps about basketball. I mean, I like basketball to watch, but I do not collect any basketball cards. I don't collect really any sports cards. So all these cards I pulled on my stream, actually, I believe, just for fun. I was opening up a lot of sports cards with one of my buddies, but all these cards, I don't know. I don't even really know who half of these players are. But we got John Morant cracked ice, which is a pretty cool card. I think this card might be like $20. We got the regular John Morant. Got the Jason Tatum. I thought this card would be kind of not expensive, but worth something. It's like $5. Got the Paulo Branchero rookie card. I'm pretty sure this card is decently priced. I think this might be around $20, but I could be wrong. Stuff changes all the time. We have a Buck Hall of Famer, Oscar Robertson. Got Giannis, Bob Lanier. Wait, Oscar Robert. I don't think he played for the Bucks. I don't know. Got some Tyler Heroes. But yeah, some random stuff. Robin Lopez. Stuff that isn't really worth anything. But that is going to do it for pretty much all my sports cards. I figured I'd take you guys in my room and just show you my random pack drawer. We have just some random packs of like UFC, some basketball, some more basketball. We got some Marvel. We have some basketball, some basketball, some basketball. We have a few Shining Legends. We got Evolutions packs. And then we have just some random like bulk cards over here. I don't really want to go through all these. They're pretty old. I would say, what is the date on this? 2016. This is when I first got back into Pokemon and I started opening stuff, which is around 2017-ish. So these are just a lot of reverse hollows. These are literally just all reverse hollows. A big stack back there of around, what is that, XY era? A bunch of XY era reverse hollows. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. We got a couple of Shining Legends back there. Got a few Hidden Fates. Got a big mound of code cards. We got just some random stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it. That's pretty much my whole entire collection. Well, that's gonna do it for me. That was my $100,000 collection. I know I said roughly $80,000 earlier, but it's definitely closer to 100,000. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you made it all the way to the end, I hope you enjoyed this video, because if not, I don't know why you made it to the end. Hit the subscribe button. I do make some content on Pokemon vending videos as well as buying videos, so if you guys like those will be coming. But yeah, that was my whole entire collection, and you guys seen it here on YouTube. I don't plan on selling. I do plan on keeping growing the collection. It's just going to be a little bit slower. I think I have a lot of money in Pokemon right now, and I'm happy and content with what I own. So that's going to do it for me. I appreciate everybody for watching.